Evet arkadaşlar, bugün Hogwarts Legacy'nin ikinci bölümünü çekiyoruz. En son işte odamıza geçirmiştim müdüre hanımın yardımcısı. Hadi bakalım. Yukarı çıkacağız herhalde.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Just have to wait for the right moment.
Having my own bedroom.
One of
the
these
girls in our room
different,
recite
starting
potion
I'm not
recipes.
sure it's the
And
right
other
spot.
things. Another mumbles incantations.
Kendimizi tanıtalım ya.
I want him to be in the perfect place, a place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones.
My own
Tamamdır.
little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you.
Samantha
I'm Samantha.
Day'nin
Nice to meet you,
bitkilere
Samantha.
karşı birazcık şeyi varmış.
Is Dittany used
Öğrenmiş
in
olduk.
Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Tabii,
Professor
o
Fig does
kişime
know a great
ilgilenir ya.
deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
Hadi gidelim.
It was nice to
Daha
meet
bir
you,
şey
Samantha.
tanışacağız.
Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Kızlar merhaba. Nasılsın?
Lumos.
Bak Lumos büyüsünü biliyorum.
One of the girls too.
Siz de biliyor musunuz bu büyüyü kızlar?
That's just brilliant, Amit. Brilliant. You'd think you could... Ah!
Ne yüzün nasıl?
That is not how that...
Kimi izliyorsun?
Why, hello. Would you like to take a look?
Kimi izliyorsun?
Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met...
Merhaba.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
Yıldızlar
I hope
sevilir
astronomy's
ya.
on my schedule. Sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all fifth years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you. This should be interesting.
İlginç mi olacak? Ne yapıyorsun sen burada? Kız mı kesiyorsun lan?
One moment. Watch this.
What is this?
Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
Ya biraz gerginiz.
Harrowing
olay
indeed.
yaşadık.
I'm still a bit on edge myself and a little nervous for classes to start.
Oh, you needn't be worried. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You had best not keep...
Wonder where they're from.
Can't imagine starting...
Profesör vasıta ediyorsun.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry,
Başımız garantilemek
we've
için
devised
olağanüstü bir
something
şey tasarladık.
extraordinary to ensure your success.
Ne acaba?
Here you are.
Bu ne lan?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide.
Büyücü alan
It will
raflara
help you to
5.
keep
sınıfta
track of
beklenen
what you are
her şeyi
learning
öğrenebilmeniz
so
için
that you
öğrencilerinizi
master
takip
all
etmenize
that's
yardımcı olacak.
expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Hadi profesör seni takip edeceğim.
This way.
Lumos!
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Revelio!
O çok güzel bir skill'leri veriyor.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
Hocam ben derse ne zaman gireceğim?
Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
Tamam ya.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No
Hocam.
time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Aynen ders var da hocam. Biraz uzun olursa.
Revelio!
Neyse bunu yapacağım ben sonra bekle. Derse katılacağım geleceğim kapıcı.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
ışınlanabiliyoruz. Çok iyi. Ama ışınlanmasak daha iyi olur aslında. Yaşamak içerideki insanlarla. Umarım doğru yere ışınlanmışımdır.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Ya öyle de yani
Always something happening here. It's the
Neyse.
heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today.
Tamam
And
katılalım.
I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Teşekkürler
Thank you, Professor
teşekkürler.
Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn.
Teşekkürler
Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class
Ejderha
myself.
geldi saldırdı
Might I
bize.
rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Profesör Fig sen biraz konuşalım da bir ne yapacağız
It's good to see
burada
you,
ya?
Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but
Evet evet.
I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained.
Profesör.
Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you
Oh.
find your way.
Lan
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank
Ben
you.
yanlışlıkla bastım
Now,
ama.
sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Revelio.
Aa şurada şey var. Bunu da aldık. Buraya da ışıklayacağız. Kilitli bu da. Kilitli. Oyun çok hoşuma gitti benim.
Revelio.
Burada şey var mı? Sandık var. Neyse açamıyorsunuz. Bekle bir şey yapalım.
Revelio.
Neyse.
Lumos.
Peki Lumos.
Lumos.
Olmadı. Neyse. Bunu kilidini aşağı öğretirler bize.
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise,
Hocam,
age matters
size öğretir misin
very
böyle şeyleri?
little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No?
Levioso ha?
One thing I've learned as
Şey
an
yaparız biz o.
unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Hocam öğreniriz ya, ben keyifle öğrenirim yani bunları. Hadi. Levioso.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Hocam ben bunu
Let us
başarabilirim.
begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
Levioso
Remember,
deneyip.
AC good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Tamam bana öğrettiler.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. we'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Bekle lan, göreceksin nasıl.
Protego!
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Döveceğim ben lan.
I know.
Tego.
Ne oldu lan?
Leviosa.
This can't be your first duel.
Let's just...
I do enjoy my duel.
Bir tane bile vuramadı.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Ama beni de öyle kimse yenemez lan. Akıllı ol.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are
Hocam
capable
bütün
of
büyüleri
achieving it,
aktarın bana. Bütün büyüleri.
and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you.
Başsolu kim?
Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's
Vallahi
enough
başsolu
spectacle for
yiyeceğim
one day. Class is
Oğlum
dismissed.
seni
Nice
dövdüm
work.
ama kusura bakma Sebastian.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Yok.
In fact, it was.
Yok yok.
Perhaps I have
bir
a
şey
knack
var.
for
Ben
it.
birkaç
Be
kişiyle
coy if you
kapıştım.
like, but
Olsun.
I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Tamam tamam ben gelirim
Exclusive
valla.
and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill.
Göreceğiz
Look for Luke
Sebastian.
and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Bekle bekle onu da ilgileneceğiz. Bekle sen.
Till next time.
Bekle. Bekle sen bekle. Amnes buraya geldi zaten. Koşalım öbür tarafa.
Lumos.
Leviosa.
Oğlum dur yanlış oldu kusura
Revelio.
bakma. Leviosa kullanmak istemedim size arkadaşlar. Arkadaşlar.
Fainted trying to...
Işınlanmaya
What are you up to now?
I'm sorry. Let's just keep our heads about this. I'm truly sorry. I didn't mean...
Revelio.
Ya bu skill arada sırada kullanmak gerekiyor ya. Oo hanımefendi merhaba. Öyle de bir yukarı çıkacağız herhalde. Tılsım dersin ki tamam tılsım da mı öğreneceğiz?
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Tılsım dersini mi girdim? Tamam çok güzel.
Here.
behind you. There is an open seat here.
Çok güzel.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with a passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Akıyorsa. Ha. Tamam. Akıyorsa artık büyümüz oldu. Tamam.
Akio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Hadi gidelim. Hocam, hadi gidelim.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Hocam, ben nasıl yapacağım bunu?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and... Splendid! Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you... Excellent control there.
Oğlum benden iyi istiyorum.
Very good. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Ya oğlum, bunlar basit şeyler, basit.
What's this?
30 puan ne? 50 puan ne olacak o?
There we go.
Accio.
Let us see this.
Bekle nasıl? Bekle.
Well done. Here we go. That is how it's done.
Bekle nasıl yapıldı sana göstereceğim şimdi.
Accio!
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Ne oldu lan? Ha. Spawn almaya benzemiyor değil mi işte bu işler?
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
Oğlum bu çakallık yapıyor, başka bir şey değil ya.
Accio!
Bize fark etmiyor. Bize bu durum fark etmiyor.
Excellent control there.
Dehşet puan alırız.
Let us see this. There we
Eşek
go.
ya.
Quite impressive. Here we go.
Ya benim gibi büyücü olmak için çok
That is
çalışman
how
lazım.
it's done.
Oğlum daha 3 tane topun şey yok. Ben de son
Accio!
Lan
Not to worry.
oğlum hocam bu hile yaptı bak bu şey var ya.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Neyse sana avans verdim hadi senin de gönlün olsun diye şey yaptım aslında.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back
Orada
there.
iyi çıkardın.
You took the loss
Kaybın
in
üstesinden
stride.
geldin. Üzerine
Didn't want
fazla
to go
gitmek
too easy
istemedin.
on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I
Ya
transferred here.
oğlum ne anlatıyorsun sen ya?
It gets easier.
Tamam
I
avans
promise.
verdik avans.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Tanıştığımda memnun oldum. Seni konuşmak ve
Well, it's
yarışmak
been
çok
nice
güzeldi.
talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're
A
so
word,
inclined.
if you would.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian.
Hocam.
You
know
wanted
it
to
won't
speak
work
with
on
me,
you.
Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Tamam da bu profesörü sevdim abi. Bayağı sevdim. Tam kafa dengi.
Revelio.
Var mı burada bir şey? Aa, kilitli zaten, gerek yok.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
İyi geçiyor. Yani
Hello,
böyle
Samantha.
insanlar bana söylesin.
Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Konuşmasam şimdi sıkıntı olacak, anladın mı? Gerek yok, konuşalım. Kalbi de gönlü olsun.
Do you think they'd actually bring...
Dur, şimdi nasıl gideceğiz şimdi? Dur, haritada işaretledim de. İşaretledim de.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1750.
And by the end of it,
Revelio.
Burada teleport noktası var. Onu sonra yapacağız, artık yapacak bir şey yok.
I sent a love letter to Imelda Reyes once.
Revelio.
She thought they were making fun of her because she's been rude to me ever since. When I said she was outspoken, I meant it as a compliment.
Lan kedi. Neyse, seni de sevdik. Tamam, yeter. Gidiyorum ben, kedi.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are.
Lan.
I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Öyle şey mi var bir de? Hadi git,
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Bunu Sebastian mı ne diyor ya? Ya Sebastian biraz ama aslında bu Sebastian'ı kanka
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables
Daha iyi
en
olur
route.
şimdi dövüş falan yapacağız ya.
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Arkadaşlar bugünkü bölümünün sonuna geldim. Serinin devamını istiyorsanız like atmayı unutmayın arkadaşlar.